Hello friends and happy Monday. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and that you guys stayed warm and maybe you got to play in the snow. It snowed. That's exciting. I love snow. Those of you who are in my class, you know that my dog loves snow. You hear about it all the time. And so yeah, she got out and she played in the snow as well. So I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend and that you are back, rested, and ready to go, guys. We are in the second week of February. We are almost halfway through February, which is crazy. And that means, guys, we're about halfway done with our All About books already. So today, we are going to focus on adding details to our writing. So if we look at our learning goal over here, it says that good writers add details to their writing. So you could add details to a personal narrative, an all about book, a letter, a fantasy or like a made up story. So you can add details to any type of writing. So what we're learning today, you can use for the rest of this year in second grade, third grade, and so on. So this is a skill that you're going to use pretty much for the rest of your life, guys. So it's super important that you are paying attention and understanding what is going on. So how we're going to add details are through descriptive words, which are also called adjectives. So adjectives are just words that describe a noun, and if you remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So for example, we have this pen, which is a thing, right? So this is a thing. And one descriptive word I could use is that it is orange. So this is an orange pen. So the adjective I use to describe the pen is orange. And a lot of time, descriptive words focus on the 5 senses. So taste, touch, smell, hear, and see. So you can see that this is an orange pen. Okay? And for example, here, something that you could hear would be, and I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but the click of the pen. Right? So we have see, we have hear. Smell, the pen doesn't really smell like anything, guys. It's just a pen. And I hope we wouldn't be tasting the pen either. That would be odd. But the pen feels smooth. So the pen feels smooth, okay? So I know some of us have like food for our all about books, like Miss Greathouse. So then that is where you could use taste and smell. And you could also use smell for a variety of other things, and we'll get to that shortly. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on back over to one of our mentor texts from this unit, our book about sharks, and we're going to take a look at how this author used descriptive words in her all about book. I'll see you guys over there. Okay, friends, so as you can see, I've already pulled up the page that we're going to start with. And if we look at our text, which remember our text is just our writing, it says a shark is a fish. Okay, pretty standard sentence there. There's not really any descriptive words. But a shark is not like other fish. Sharks do not have bones. Once again, pretty standard sentences, not super descriptive. They have soft cartilage instead. So the descriptive word that this author chose was soft to describe the cartilage. And guys, we have cartilage in our ears, and that's how they move around. Like they can be bended and twisted and all of that good stuff. So she decided to use the word soft to describe cartilage. And one reason that she might have done this is because this book is for children, and sometimes you guys might not know what cartilage is. So we just said it's the stuff that's in your ear. You have cartilage in other parts of your body too, but we can always talk about that at another time. And cartilage is soft. So she wanted to help her readers understand that cartilage is soft and it's not hard like bone. So that is why she chose to use that descriptive word, soft, to help her readers better understand what she was talking about. So that's one reason why you can use descriptive words, is to help your readers better understand something specific that you are talking about. Okay, so if we come to this next page, it says sharks can see better than humans can. Great fact, awesome fact that she used. And Miss Greathouse did not know that, so that is a new fact that I just learned. Even in deep, dark water, a shark can see its prey. So she has deep, so that tells us that really you can't see the bottom of the ocean, right? So that's telling you can't see the bottom of the ocean, which means you probably can't touch it with your feet. So that means you can't touch the bottom. Dark. So that tells us that it's dark. You can't see into the water. And that almost makes me think of it being super dark at nighttime, and it's really hard to see in the dark. So that's telling me that a shark can see very well, because it can see in deep water to where you can't see the bottom if you're a human, and the water is dark, so it can also see through that dark water. So if you look at this picture, you can see that this is dark water, right? And we can't see into the water, it just looks like water. So that is also a great example of her picture matching her text, which we're going to talk about pictures tomorrow. So she also used some descriptive words to describe how well a shark can see compared to people. Okay, also hold on guys. Miss Greathouse loves this picture because it shows, this is kind of off topic, but it shows that sharks have so many teeth, and that is such a cool fact. Okay, so if we look up here, and this is actually about their teeth, it says long, spiky teeth are for catching. So that shows us that one of the kinds of teeth that sharks have are long, so that tells us what they look like. Spiky, which tells us what they look and feel like. Teeth, and then we know what teeth are. So long and spiky are describing their teeth. And then it says flat teeth are for grinding. So flat is telling us what it looks like. So it's just a flat surface. It doesn't have any bumps or go up. So another word that she used on this next page is a giant shark. So that is telling us the size of the shark. So that is telling us that the shark is super, super big, like bigger than we could probably even imagine. And she uses the word huge to describe the shark again, and giant to describe its mouth. It opens its giant mouth and sucks in a big mouthful of water. And then she goes on to say whale sharks are the biggest sharks. So that's telling me that that's the biggest kind of sharks that there are, right? So she's telling us size, how big it would be if we saw it. But they have tiny teeth. So that's telling us that that shark has little small teeth. So in our head, we can picture that shark's mouth with little tiny teeth. Okay, friends. So we're going to stop there with looking at our mentor text. And so what I need you guys to do is I need you to make sure you have all of your materials ready, which is only 2 things. So that means you need your lovely handy dandy writing notebook and your writing utensil, which remember your guys' should be a pencil if possible. And then you will be good to go. So once you have all of those things, you can go ahead and come on back to the video, and then we will get started with adding some descriptive words to our writing. So I'm going to go ahead and head on over to my writing notebook while you guys get yours, and I'll see you there in a second. Okay, friends, here we are. I'm glad everyone was able to get their materials. This Great House has to do a little of technology things. Here we go. Okay. So we have our writing notebook, and the first thing we're going to need to do is turn to our draft that we wrote last Thursday. Okay. And if you guys remember, Miss Greathouse's is all about hot dogs. Because why not, guys, you know? Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through and reread my entire draft just to remind myself what I wrote. Because, you know, it was Thursday. That was about 3-4 days ago. So I'm going to go ahead and read mine. Hot dogs are grilled. Hot dogs are sold at baseball games. Hot dogs have many different toppings. Hot dogs go in a bun. Okay, so I started off with hot dogs are grilled. Excuse me, friends. So I could add a descriptive word here. Miss Greathouse has to think. So remember, I can always address see your sight. So seeing, tasting, smelling, hearing, and feeling. Hot dogs are grilled. Very true. I think I might even add another sentence. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, friends, I'm writing in a different color today so that you can see what I've added. And guys, you don't have to necessarily add an entire sentence. This is just what Miss Greathouse thought of. Sometimes you'll be able to just add one word. So you could say something like, hot dogs are... Miss Greathouse just has the sentence. That's her idea. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my next lines for me to write on. And I could say something like, grilled hot dogs are... Let Miss Greathouse add another line really fast. So grilled hot dogs are warm. So that's telling you temperature-wise how they feel. They feel warm. And smoky. So smoky could refer to like a smoky flavor or excuse me, friends, a smoky flavor, or maybe like that smoky smell from the grill. So that's what it could refer to. So that's one example. I'm telling how they feel, taste, and smell. Okay, the next one says, hot dogs are sold at baseball games. Miss Greathouse is going to have to think about this one. I could say something like, maybe I want to say yummy hot dogs. So I would just be adding one word, and I'm going to add it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a caret. That's what we call this little guy right here. And I'm going to put yummy hot dogs are sold at baseball games. So I'm describing the hot dogs as yummy, so that hot dogs taste yummy. Okay, so that's just the first 2 pages. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to go back and look at the first 2 pages of your draft and see if there's somewhere where you could add some descriptive words. So like if you wrote about an animal, maybe you could describe the way it looks, like a crocodile's skin is bumpy, or a penguin has black and white feathers. And if you wrote about transportation, maybe you could describe how that vehicle looks. So an ambulance has loud sirens and blue and red flashing lights. Something like that. So what I want you guys to do is go ahead and look at your first 2 pages and try to add a descriptive word, or maybe you need to add a whole sentence, which is okay too. And then go ahead and come on back when you're finished. You can go ahead and pause now. Awesome job, friends. Hopefully you guys were able to get those descriptive words down. Okay, so on this next page, it says hot dogs have many different toppings. True, that's true. So there are a few different things that I could do here. I could add a word before toppings to kind of describe the toppings. Or I could also add like the different toppings. So I could say some toppings are ketchup, chili, mustard, relish, and chili dog sounds really good, guys. So I could do things like that. But I think for now, I'm going to add hot dogs have many different tasty toppings. So I'm going to describe the toppings as tasty. And remember, I had like my little picture up here with all my toppings. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about your 3rd page. What descriptive word you could add, and then add that word. And remember, if you just need to add one word, you can put a little caret to add that word. So go ahead and add your descriptive word and then come on back when you're finished. Awesome job, friends. We are on the last page of our draft. Okay, so this last page is pretty simple. Hot dogs go in a bun. That is true. Hot dogs do go in a bun. So I could say something like hot dogs go in a toasty bun. You guys ever had a toasted bun? It's really good. But anyway, say a toasty bun. I could say warm hot dogs go in a bun, grilled hot dogs go in a toasty bun. I think I'm going to do that one. So I think I'm going to put grilled at the beginning because we've been talking about grilled hot dogs all throughout Miss Greyhouse's story. So I'm going to add grilled here. So grilled hot dogs go in a toasted bun. So I'm describing the hot dogs as grilled and the bun as toasted. Okay? So remember, when you're using descriptive words in your writing, it addresses those 5 senses. So seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, feeling. So you just have 1 page left, guys, and then you're good to go. So you just need to make sure you add at least 1 descriptive word to each page. So you can go ahead and do that with this last page, and then you're going to need to post pictures of your new draft. It's not really new, you just added some stuff to it, to Seesaw with your descriptive words. So you guys just have to add that 1 more descriptive word to your last page over here, post it to Seesaw, and then you are finished with writing today. And I will see you guys tomorrow to talk about wow pictures. Miss Greyhouse is very excited about that. Have a great day, guys.